Hello everyone, this is the chapter 1 of ninth class, our Earth. Earth consists of millions of other animals, plants and microorganisms including human beings. So how human life evolved how many years ago? It is believed that on Earth human life and all the other organisms, microorganisms, they are evolved 1 lakh years ago. First, organisms are evolved in the ocean, then into the earth surface. So different theories are have different opinions about this evolution of earth, how things have evolved, whether it is a plants, animals, microorganisms, human beings, water, landform, everything. So this is about the earth and how the earth has evolved, whether it was not believed that earth is a ball, is a circular ball. So many theories are there in ancient times. Now first the scientists used to believe that earth is at the center of the universe and all other things are revolving around the earth. First they used to believe like that. Then after many studies and after many years or thousand of years after, so many scientists have prepared maps. I will make that video about the how other geographers have put their observation and in drawing a map. You will see that video also, you can understand about that. And with that we came to know that sun is at the center of the universe and it is also revolving, it is stationary and it is also rotating in its position, but all the other planets are revolving around the sun. Our universe, the earth and the sun and the earth. See, I will show you in a simple form here. So this is the definition of the earth globe. Earth is round, but it appears to be flat since it's much bigger than us. To see the curving surface of the earth, you have to climb very high into the sky. Geographers have developed different means of representing the earth on a smaller scale to make its study easy. Two important tools that we use for this purpose are globes and maps. So this is a map. Why we put globe in some slanting position? There is also a theory about this also, because it is traveling on an orbit. Here we will learn that. Okay, the globe is a smaller scale of earth. It shows us the shape and location of the continents, ocean, countries and the location of the important cities. See here, we can see here the map of Africa, and these all these are the ocean seas, and this is a Madagascar island, and in Africa this is a continent of Africa and all the countries present in Africa and some part of Europe, and here we have Russia, and here we can see a small part of South America. Okay, we can only see half the globe at one time. However, you can turn the globe around, see the other half, because since we are seeing on a paper, we can only see the half part of it. And if we have a globe in front of us, we can just rotate and see. And same also on the paper, we can't draw the round structure on a paper, so we just can draw the flat on a flat, like if you cut a ball and you just stretch it two parts, how you will see. In that way we will draw the map on a paper. Globe can be turned around a line passing through it. The line is called the axis. So this line is called the axis. Axis is not straight. It is tilted at an angle of 23.5 like this. Okay, it is tilt means something like this. Okay, slanted position. The earth constantly turns around its axis of rotation. The axis of rotation of the globe is similar to that of the earth. Poles. So we have poles on the earth. The two end points of the axis of the rotation are called the poles. These are the poles. This is the north pole. This is the south pole. Here I will show you. See, this is the north pole up and here is the south pole. And this middle line, this is an imaginary line. So we call it as which cuts the globe into a two equal halves. That is upper half and lower half. We called it as a equator, and northern pole we called as Arctic, and southern pole, south pole, Antarctic. To the north is the north pole, to the south is the south pole. And likewise hemisphere. We cut the map into a four equal parts. So this will become the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. This left part becomes the western hemisphere and right part becomes the eastern hemisphere. Latitudes and longitudes. Longitudes and latitudes. See, these long lines like these, all the vertical lines, straight lines. Okay, here you can see the equal distance. But when it is coming to the north pole and the south pole, they are merging into a one point. So they are not equal when we are going up or down. So like that. So always remember they are not equal. They do not have equal distance. Okay, when we are going towards the upside or north side. And when we are going from east to west, we have equal distance of longitudes. Okay, and latitudes are situated on a equal distance. These are also imaginary lines. Okay, remember that these horizontal lines, all these horizontal lines, you can see the same distance in each line. See, from the one line to second line, same distance. Third line, fourth line, equal distance. They are possessing a equal distance. So these are latitudes. So this is a prime meridian, which cutting the equal half of the globe roundly. So they have shown only on the one side, and this is also going to the backward. So this is called a prime meridian from the center. North pole 90 degree north and south pole 90 degrees south. And these are meridian of longitudes. So these we called it as the distance between two lines we called as meridian of longitudes. Longitude means these vertical lines. Southern hemisphere, from here, this equator we take it as 0 degree, and from here to here 10, 20, 30 till 90, and from here also 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 until 90. So overall it becomes the 180. Okay, this is northern hemisphere, this is southern hemisphere. Tropic of Cancer, from equator to up we called it as Tropic of Cancer, and this area we called it as Tropic of Capricorn. This is Antarctic Circle, this is Arctic Circle. So we read it these numbers as 66 degrees 34 minutes. If one dash is present, we call it as minute. If two are present, we call it as seconds. So we read this number like this: 66 degree 34 minutes north, since it is towards the north. Likewise, Tropic of Cancer 23 degrees 26 minute north, and this one Tropic of Capricorn 23 degrees 26 minutes south. Antarctic Circle 66 degrees 34 minutes south. And latitudes. Latitudes are the horizontal lines are drawn parallel to the equator and go around the earth. Latitudes and longitudes are marked in degrees and minutes. Features of latitudes. Latitudes run parallel to each other in east-west direction. They are at an equal distance from each other. All of them form complete circle except the north and the south poles, which are points. The latitudes decrease in length as you move from the equator to the poles. The equator is marked 0 degrees. The north pole is 90 degrees north and the south pole is 90 degrees south. Thus, the latitudes of the place tell us how far north or south a place is from the equator. By telling these degrees, south and north pole degrees, we can just tell from equator how far, how much north or how much south pole towards the some particular country or a state is. Importance of latitudes. Poles, Tropic of Cancer. I have just told you this. Arctic Circle, Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. These are the from where to where. See here. From 0 degree to 23 degrees 26 minutes north. From here to here, this distance is till this distance 23 degrees to 26 minutes. Okay, this is here also same, and this also. Okay, we call it as, we have given these names to it. Longitudes. The lines of longitudes are the semicircles that run from one pole to other pole. They run in a true north-south direction. They are spaced farthest apart at the equator and come together at a point at the poles. Just now I have told you. So these vertical lines, they are far here and they are meeting at the poles. See here, North Pole and South Pole. But here they are apart from each other. And okay, latitudes over longitudes. They run in a true north-south direction. They are, okay, this over. The latitudes and the longitudes cut each other at right angles. Longitudes are marked in degrees and minutes. Features. The longitude running through the Old Royal Observatory at Greenwich near London is marked 00. It is called the Greenwich meridian or prime meridian. So we call it as Greenwich, which is cutting the London. Okay, that is the mean time actually, and from there to other parts of the country the time is calculated. Different countries follows different, like we follow Indian Standard Time, which is 5.5 hours more than the Greenwich time, meridian time or prime meridian time. There are 360 degrees of longitudes, 180 degrees of longitudes. Okay, 360 degrees of longitudes and 180 degrees of longitude east of the prime meridian, and 180 degrees of the longitude west and of the prime meridian. The 180 degrees east and the 180 degrees west longitudes meet and form a single line on a opposite sides of the world called the international date line. So these are the maps. How, see, you can see here, just I will maximize it. See, these are the longitudes and these are the latitudes, and from where to where, in which latitude and longitude the countries are located. Just like that we can see in a map. Why do we need maps? We have seen that the globe is small model of the earth. It is the most accurate way of looking at the size, shape and location of place on the earth. However, it has several shortcomings. What are they? It is difficult to carry a globe around. It is not possible to see all the parts of the earth's surface at the same time. It cannot show detailed information. To get detailed information, we will have to make huge globes. Then we will be difficult to make and read. So they will be difficult. Types of maps. How many types of maps are there? To avoid the problems with globe, we use maps. A map is drawing of Earth's surface. Maps can be drawn to show the whole world, a single continent, a country, a city, a larger area covered by a map. The more will be error in it. The book of maps is called Atlas. Maps showing boundaries of the country and states and the important cities known as political maps. Maps showing natural features of the land such as mountains, rivers and plains known as physical maps. Maps showing rainfall in different areas. Okay. Elements of maps. So what elements we used for making a map? We use a for pointing a direction, we use a compass. One of the most important element of the map is direction. There are four cardinal directions: north, south, east and west. North is at the top, then the south is at the bottom, east is towards the right and west towards the left. Scale on a, when we are drawing on a paper or a piece of paper, we locate directions like that. And scale, how we use scale. The scale of a map is the ratio between the distance shown on the map and the actual distance on the ground. Over that is direction, symbol, scale and colors. Colors we used for locating different things on a platform. Colors we used like for height or the heat, like vegetation, density of population. We use colors. And symbols. Symbols are the most important. Okay. These are the symbols we used for drawing a map. Symbols plays a very important role. Rotation. Rotation is the when Earth is Earth or a globe is rotating around its own axis. When it is rotating on its own axis is called the rotation, and thus the day and night occurs. And revolution is the when, see here, it's rotate and it comes here and it will take this is a orbit on which the earth rotates around the sun. So when it is, see here, the distance between the earth and the sun is less here, and here it is more. So when it comes near here, then we have a autumnal equinox, that is summer season, and here it is we will be having summer solstice, that is spring season. And when this earth is going towards here, see the distance, it is more, and thus comes the winter season and then the autumn season. So with the help of this we have different types of seasons. Okay, over this is rotation, revolution. If you want to read it one, just to make a once glance on it. Okay, you will understand how the earth rotates and how the day and night, see the sun rays are falling directly, and here is the day. It is falling on only on the half of the globe of the earth, and thus here it will be the day and here it will be the night. When it is rotating, when it is coming here and this black dark area is going towards here, then this area becomes the day and this area becomes the night. Revolution. Okay, revolution is by it revolves around the sun, and rotation is it is rotating around its own axis. And how the summer and winter occurs, this is not there actually, so if you want to, you can just read it once. Okay, let me tell you questions is also once we will go here. Okay, so these are the things we have covered. Okay, and this one. Okay, earth is composed of how many layers? 3 layers: crust, mantle and core. So scientist has compared the globe or earth with a egg. See, upper white part they have told that is the earth on which we are living, and the white matter they call it as it is a mantle, and the inner yolk is a core, and core is again divided into outer and inner. And they have given here mantle is from 100 kilometers to 2900 kilometers. Okay, depth that is beneath. And core it is of again two types, outer and inner. It is from 2900 kilometers to 6376 kilometers beneath. And what we find on the outer core, this is the outer core and this is the inner core. On this core, here where human beings are living, this is the mantle. This consists of mainly of chemicals called silicates, and this is the outer. See here, this is the outer core and this is the inner core. So outer core consists of how much? 2900 to 5100 kilometers, composed of liquid metallic materials like nickel and iron. And inner core, it is beneath the 5100 to 6376 kilometers of the earth is made up of iron compounds and heavy substances like gold. In that way. And see here, movement of the earth crust, how the earth has formed. Earth has formed. How earth has formed means scientists had predicted that around 220 million years ago. See, million years ago, earth was it has only a land mass which is of only one land mass. Then it has broken down with the first it was a fireball. Then when it was believed that so many asteroids have bombarded into the earth, and then a land has created, and then it has cooled down, and after that tectonic with the help of with the movement, sorry, not help, with the movement of the tectonic effect, we two landforms, that is Eurasia and Laurasia and Gondwana lands has bombarded into each other, and they float into the ocean, and thus the land has formed. So the see here how the movement is taking place. This is we can see all the land or all the landform in one area. Then they have broken down into two. After breaking down into two, they have just floated into the ocean, and after with the tectonic effects they have just bombarded with each other and the formed into a now what we learn now, how the landform is now present. It has formed like that. So Laurasia land or the Angara land consists of what? North America, Greenland and all the Eurasia, north of Indian and the north of the Indian subcontinents. Eurasia, okay, only northern part of India, and North America and Greenland. And whereas Gondwana land consists of what? South America, Africa, Madagascar, India, and that is South America. So part of South America, Arabia, Malaysia, East Indies, Australia and Antarctica. That is great. This I have told you, hemisphere, latitudes over longitudes also. And these are the questions. Okay, I will give the answers of these questions. Okay, just take it down. So these are the questions. Okay, look at the map of the India in an atlas that identify latitudes and longitudes of the following places. Kanyakumari. All these questions are present in your textbook and answer are here. Okay, this is the second answer. The word that match with latitudes are parallel lines and horizontal lines. The word that matches with longitudes is vertical lines. Answer 3. Vijayawada begins being a city in South India belongs to the Indian Standard Time Zone. If you travel from Vijayawada to Paris, you are flying to the Central European Time Zone, to which all the European countries belong. Central European Time 4.5 hours behind IST, that is Indian Standard Time. So this is the question about this. If you travel from Vijayawada to Paris, to which time zone you are moving? And second question, if you are traveling from Hyderabad to Tokyo, which time zone you are moving? See, if you travel from Hyderabad to Tokyo, you are moving from India to Japan. This means you are moving from Indian Standard Time Zone to Japan Standard Time Zone. Japan Standard Time Zone is 3.5 hours ahead of Indian Standard Time. Then again, fourth question, why is it difficult to study the formation of the earth and its structure? The earth's surface is predominantly made up of rocks which are thick in diameter and difficult to break through. During the earth's formation, these rocks were liquid in form. Due to excessive heat, over time the temperature cooled down, allowing the rocks to solidify and heavier rocks to sink down to the center of the earth. The lighter rocks remained on the surface and broke down to create soil. Scientists have attempted to dig further into the earth to discover the deeper layer lying beneath the crust, but they are incapable of digging deep enough. This is due to the solid rocks, the thick diameter of the crust, and the excessive heat and temperature in the deeper layer, which are closer to the core. To study the formation and the structure of the earth, scientists need to rely on earthquakes, which create cracks in the earth's crust, and study samples of magma. So this is the difficulty for studying the core of the earth. Read the paragraph under the heading of the internal structure of the earth and answer the question, how can you say earth is still very active? And the second question, what is grit and how does it help us? Our earth is a constant state of formation and destructions. What with the numerous volcanoes filled with, okay, it is not should what on our earth is in a constant state of formation and destructions with wait a second, I will just delete this what with the numerous volcanoes, earthquakes, the rise of mountains and subductions of land due to processes taking place deep down within the bowel of the planet. This constant state of change is why we can say the earth is still very active. What is grid? Okay, grid is a network of longitude and latitudes drawn on a map. This helps us locate place on the map and learn a lot about them, like which direction we would have to go to reach it, what time it would be there at any moment, and how hot or cold it would be there. Answer 7. This is a local time and standard time differences. It refers to the time of a particular country or a place. Local time. Standard time, it refers to the official time of a region consisting of several countries. It depends on the movement of the sun. Local time. It depends on the law made in the country. That is standard time, which a particular country follows. Local time. It changes due to the shift in longitude. Whereas standard time, it remains constant in the country. So there will be no confusion for just seeing a time. Equator. It is a line of the latitudes and passing through the center of the earth that passes through 13 countries. And prime meridian. What is prime meridian? It is the line of longitude. This is a latitude, this is a longitude. Always see the differences, okay? It is the line of longitude that passes through Greenwich in England. It separates the northern and southern hemisphere. And whereas this prime meridian, it separates the eastern and western hemisphere. It is located at the 0 degree latitudes. It is located at the 0 degree longitudes. 8th question. Is becoming too long. If every state follows its local time, then what problem will arise? With the help of your teacher, find out the standard median of given countries. This also I have written. We just take it down. If every state follows its local time, the following problem will arise. People traveling to different states would have to change their clocks too often. So there are so many people, they travel frequently, so they have to just change. They will have to keep on changing their time. So for that purpose, to just not to face difficulties, only everyone follows the standard time of a particular country. There would be confusion and chaos in the timing of railway, airlines, buses, etc. the schedules of television shows, live shows and games, news, etc. would be disrupted. Okay, these are the time when they have told to locate. Here I have written just to take it down, and this is the logo. Okay, man-made global warming, the biggest scam in the history of mankind. To fulfill his greatness, understand this or the nature will teach you.